and welcome to our brand new series, the Alchemy Paint Podcast. Today we're interviewing the host of Phineas and Ferb Reanimated, AwesomeMay.
What's up? It's AwesomeMay here, host of Phineas Ferb Reanimated.
For those who are wondering, the Alchemy Paint Podcast is where we interview collaboration hosts and just interview them, talk about their experiences with hosting Reanimated and whatnot.
So how is everybody feeling today?
Very good.
Okay, so first question, what inspired you to do the reanimate?
Yeah, at the time I checked out what it was Shrek Retold, and I was thinking I really wanted to do a reanimated project. None of my friends or anybody in my community, like the smaller animation community, was doing anyone. So I thought, hey, I really want to do a big project, and I also want to be a director when I'm older. So I thought it would be good practice. Then yeah, and then I was like, what should I make it on? And at the time it was really reanimated collabs got really popular in early 2019, when I started it. Of course I didn't complete it until 2020, but so I really want to do it on Phineas and Ferb because there has been nothing with Phineas and Ferb for quite a while. Of course, a movie came out, but at the time there was nothing. I didn't even people knew about the cartoon, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, it's a cartoon. It wasn't any more than that. So I really wanted to make something with it, and yeah.
So because this was your first time hosting, what were your thoughts on it?
I do think I could have done it a lot better because I was really lazy for a while, which is why it took us like a year and a half to do it. It wasn't really other people's fault, it was really mine. And it was also because it was during the time where I was moving and stuff, so I wasn't as motivated, and I didn't even know if it would do good. So I just stopped for a while. So I feel like next, if I would to do it again, I would definitely start it, have a certain deadline. A lot of people don't know this, and I see a lot of people do this in reanimated projects where they just say, oh yeah, we'll finish it eventually. You have to have a deadline because it actually people will actually do it if there's a deadline. I had no deadline, so it took them a half a year to send me anything, and it was only a screenshot.
With that being said, when did you start the reanimate?
I think I have a tweet. I think it was around, I don't remember. It could have been August of 2019 when I started it. I was thinking about it, and then it took there was 2 segments in the reanimated project where I had it first with a whole recreated audio that sounded just terrible. I think at the time I don't even know how it didn't get taken down immediately, but it's still up. So, but I started in August, yeah. and then we actually started it back up in like 3 months before we were actually gonna post it. So April is when I started it back up.
What was your favorite moment when actually hosting the collab?
That's a good question. I think it was definitely seeing people actually really into it. That was my favorite part because none of these, a lot of them have a lot of the animators I got haven't done something like this. We're all just we all just make videos for fun. We haven't really done this big project. So it was really cool to see. Really cool to see these small animators actually get into it, telling their friends about it, hyping it up. And also when I would see somebody send me a part and it's so creative, somebody did a watermelon head. There was a Flipnote animator, which that was really what I was really excited about. I went on pseudomino.com, I forgot what it's called. There was a bunch of Flipnote animators, and I just emailed a ton of them, but only one got back to me, and their part's pretty great. I really love it. They made the mother thick. That was pretty funny.
Yes, they did. That was probably my favorite part of the club.
Everybody did actually do a really well done job in the collab.
Yeah.
Any problems, bumps in the roads, or certain issues you had to face, people making scenes without permission or some sort of audio issue? Anything like that?
I feel like having a ton of people on a reanimated project, there's gonna be people that just don't agree with each other. Like I had a lot of, I've had a few people that, will just like I had like one person which didn't. I don't even know if their part got in, but they just ended up like criticizing everyone's part, and I was like, come on, God, like we're just doing our best. It's not like I didn't get top tier Disney animators that have already done animation for millions of years and are super experienced. I just got a bunch of my friends, and we wanted to do it for fun. So definitely, it was hard to get. It was really annoying to get people that just like made fun of the animators when they were just trying their best. The biggest hard part was the audio. Like it did get taken down immediately because of like Disney's very very strict with their rules, which is kind of dumb of me to even like I don't know why. I should have just recreated it. Then it wouldn't be flagged for kids. I could have just recreated the audio, but we're here. It's already up. I don't want to worry about that. But I had to like edit it to like a certain time, and it just didn't get taken down. So I was like, okay. So it was really hard to get it up because we already spent like a year on this. So I was like, yeah, I should have looked into copyright and all that.
It should be really hard to figure out most of the time because you never know what could get copyrighted or not.
Yeah.
Even if it's like some sort of, I don't know, small clip from a song nobody's heard in like 100 years, or it's just not copyrighted at all. Yeah, it could just get copyrighted at any moment.
Yeah, because I started this project when I was like, a lot, like I was like a lot dumber. I didn't know about copyright, so there was not like a single thing thinking, oh, Disney could probably flag this or take this down. There was no thought of that. So, like when it was, so I wish I could have gone back and chose something that wasn't copyright. That would have helped me a lot. But I did it, and it's still up, and yeah. Definitely look into, if you want to make a reanimated collab, definitely look into copyright. It will save you so much time. Like it took me like hours to figure out, okay, so how am I even gonna post this? I ended up figuring it out, and they didn't take it down, which is a miracle. So I'm not gonna question it, but it could get taken down the road. 4 million people have seen it, so I think we're good for now. Disney definitely likes reanimated projects. Like the creators did really like it. I think they saw it and they liked it. So.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Congratulations! I never even knew that.
It wasn't like this whole like big like thing. Like I wish he made a TikTok about about it. That would have been funny. But he did like tweet about it saying this is awesome. So the creators are okay with it. So that's all I'm okay with.
That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. So the collab took about a year and a half to make here.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything while hosting it, or like when it came out? Did you learn anything from it?
Definitely to get better at like hyping stuff up, because it did like it did good, but I wish I would have hyped it up a lot more than I did. Like at the time, only like a lot of people were excited for it, but like I could have like marketed it a lot better and been like, yo, this is the craziest thing. If I were to do another reanimated project or a big project, I would definitely be like, like I see people like posting like 10 days before it, like a quick like sneak peek every day. I think that's really cool to get people hyped up for a project. So
yeah, I think one of the key elements to hosting a reanimate project is motivation and much interest in it, so that you're basically really active on it, and just
even though I didn't promote it enough, it wasn't the case, and it still did good.
What were you hoping you would achieve hosting the collab, or what did you achieve hosting the collab?
Really wanted to like have like a big thing people can know that I did. Of course, anything, it could have been like a original project, or a thing I did with a ton of people. Of course, it's not all the animators did an amazing job, and they all should be credited. But I really wanted to have something that that could like change the community, and have an impact on the community and on YouTube in general. So I think it was, and I wanted, and people still talk about it to my friends, and then when I talk to them, they're like, hey, you made the Phineas Ferb Reanimated, and it's inspired people to make like smaller animators to make reanimated collabs too. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that is like really cool. How you're like inspiring people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always really nice to see basically an entire project coming together as one and possibly making people think that they can also do that. And when they do that, it usually comes out as like a really pretty product, and it's just really nice to watch in general.
Yeah. And no, if AwesomeMay can do it, then other people can do it. Because I was like 13 when I started it, so if like this random 13-year-old can do it, a lot of other people can.
So you've already caught the interest of the makers of Phineas and Ferb online.
Yeah. Specifically Dan Povenmire. I think he was the one that like actually said something.
Yeah.
I feel like he's also really into the community. Like he's really active.
What would you say to him if you met him face to face?
I'd probably say do you know Phineas Ferb Reanimated? Do you remember that? I'd probably say that if I saw him. But I would also, I feel like Dan Povenmire is finally getting a lot of credit. And he's being like on TikTok, he has like 4 million followers and like 30 million views on a TikTok. So I felt like a lot of directors of cartoons kind of go under the radar, and usually the characters are the ones that are seen and talked about, and so it's cool. So I'd probably just thank him for,
ask him to promote the Phineas and Ferb Reanimated collab in the Doofenshmirtz voice.
Yeah. That would actually be really cool yeah.
What advice would you give the people who are hosting collabs right now?
Like I said earlier, always check copyright. Make sure you have a good plan on how you're gonna market it. Definitely make promotional art, editing, and get animators you specific because even though you can definitely get anybody, but I see people that just do reanimated collabs and just allow anybody just because they need a lot of parts, and they're like, okay, I just, they say screw it, I'm just gonna get anybody who's willing to do it. And even though you should give a lot of people a chance, you want to get people that are really that genuinely want to be in it and not want to be in it because they think it's gonna do good. That's why I kind of just mostly I didn't really accept applications. I did for a little while, but then I just okay, I'm just gonna hit up some animators, and then accept a few people that I didn't hit up that just asked me, and if their stuff's cool, I'll let them in. So if you make a reanimated collab, definitely reach out to people who you think are talented and people who genuinely want to be part of it.
Yeah, sometimes if you don't do that, it takes really long for a collab to actually finish, or even half finish in some cases, which is really bad. So it is good to reach out.
Maybe do don't your first reanimated collab doesn't have to be 12 minutes long. It can definitely be 4 minutes, or having 60 people. The only problem with having 60 people part of reanimated project is that it's really hard to keep up with everyone, and I really like animated projects that are just like 2 minutes. There's this Astiv movie Reanimated. Yeah, there's tons of smaller reanimateds, and I think that's really cool because then there's 10 animators that worked on that thing, and you can all check them out. Other than I feel like 60 or 100 people is a lot more overwhelming. So I suggest if it's your first one, have a smaller group of people for the project.
You kind of branch out into more public participants. Then I think that's a way more better way of going about it.
Yeah, I definitely think that inviting people and also promoting it a bit would probably be the best way to gain attention to your collab. And it also sometimes matters on how big the community is, because a lot of people might be fans of whatever you're reanimating, and you can basically catch attention from them. And that's a wrap for the first episode. Thank you all for watching, and I guess we'll see you all in the next one.
Bloggers,